movie podcast where two seasoned genre veterans introduce their yellow-bellied best friend to the wonderful world of horror movies. I am one of said genre fanatics. My name is Zach, and as always, I am joined by a man whose YouTube algorithm is scarier than anything else on the internet. It's genre fanatic
John Grizzly.
I forgot your name then, I'm not going to lie. I've known you for how many years? 20
I thought you
years?
just wanted us to say it together with me so we could make a little duo intro.
No, I genuinely forgot your name.
Is that because I've named myself Niels Bohr for some reason?
It's a number of things that I don't have the time or energy to get into right now.
I'm proud to confuse you.
And talking about confused, look at his little face. We are also joined, as ever, by a man too scared to go on page 2 of Google. It's our little horror movie wimp, Willy Webborn.
Hello.
Is that all you're going to give us?
Yeah. Hello.
You seem very disappointed. You seem very at unease already.
That one wasn't as fun as the last two. I didn't enjoy that. I sent you photos of me hiding behind pillows in darkness. I had my fairy lights on at first, and you told me that I have to watch in darkness, and it made things worse.
Well, I hope you realise this is all great Instagram fodder for when we finally get one up and running.
What, just pictures of me behind pillows?
Yeah. The thing we should do for each film is have, when we introduce the episode on Instagram, have just a shot of your reaction physically watching it.
I felt sick.
Glad to hear it, but we're not here to talk about an Instagram that doesn't exist. We're here to talk about, as we do each week, a horror movie selected at random from the movie Wheel of Misfortune, where me and Grizzly have put together a curation of the best and worst horror films that are available on offer, and our scared little friend, a man who before this podcast had watched maybe half a horror film, is going to go in blind, watch the film in the dark on his own, like a big boy, and then give us his opinion. And of course, as ever, spoilers. This is the first episode where we pointed this out early on, but spoilers for the movie we're about to discuss. And I think no better time to throw it over to the main man, what's his name himself, to tell us about the movie.
Thank you, Ziggy Man. This week's film is our first of the mid-2000s American remakes of creepy Japanese horror films. It's Pulse. Almost directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, almost directed by Wes Craven, but actually directed by Jim Sonzero.
John Sub-Zero.
Johnny Sub-Zero himself, the Iceman. It also stars Kristen Bell, Elsa from Frozen, and Ian Somerhalder, Boone from Lost. I picked this film partly as a part of my evil litmus test to dial into what horror affects my good friend here, Mr. Wibbly Wobbly Pants. I saw this film many moons ago before it was really a horror aficionado that you see before you today, or hear before you today. I was impressed with some of the techniques used and the general creepy vibe, and I didn't know it was a remake of a Japanese horror film at the time. Now, I haven't seen the Japanese original, I've only seen this American film. And from the small clips I've seen, I think all the creepy things I was really impressed with come directly from the Japanese horror. And all the Americanisms are just exactly what they are, Americanisms added in at the end. So without any more to say about it, and we're going to dive right back in, let's go into the bleak blue tinted bollocks of Pulse. Webbles, how did you find the film this week?
Scary. That'll be one word to describe it, yeah. But what I really thought, which I loved, is that obviously this was a Japanese film first, but they just translated the script into English and just said, yeah, that'll do. It was god awful, acting and script and everything was just so, oh my god, they came through the computer, we saw them, just stuff like that being shouted out.
So would you be surprised to find out that the original Japanese version is apparently a much more subtle mood piece that has less to do with the internet itself and more just the disconnection of humanity? And all of the ghosts aren't ghostly. They just appear as humans. There's no fucking weird glitches. It's genuinely a fucking creepy, intense movie.
That I wanted to straight away get into, because one of the bits that kind of held my attention the first time I saw it. Should we just dive straight to scares? Because this is the first thing I want to talk about. There's a lot of different types of spooks in this film. So this is kind of where my litmus test is going to come into play. I want to see what kind of really spooked you out.
Okay.
So obviously we got the jump scares. So
yeah.
We haven't really spoken about this much on the podcast so far, but the different types of scares. Jump scares, I always find them as cheap, silly, And as in with this film, if the movie monster is a bunch of bald white guys, it's not going to be very effective.
In all fairness, the monsters of this podcast are a bunch of bald white guys.
Pale bald white guys as well. I think in all my notes I just kept writing the word pale because they were just pale boys.
Well, I think spooky white guys work better in green room. But anyway, so for jump scares, the first one we get is a depressed Larry King in the library. Did you get spooked out by that, Webbs?
What, just the most unhelpful librarian you've ever met? Yes.
Just coming out the corner. There he is, the old guy from Up. And he just wanders off.
I had that exact joke in my notes.
I knew you would as well. I knew you would. I wanted to get in there first. I could see it in your face.
Before that, the one thing that scared me was in the opening credits because it took me back to a nostalgic trip, and it was www.chatroom.com.
I actually Googled www.chatroom.com, and would you know, it's now a sexy cam website.
Of course it is.
Love that. They couldn't think of anything better than a close-up of a URL bar of www.chatroom.com.
To be fair, that might have been a real site at the time.
Yeah, it probably was, but we started using the internet in 2001. I'm pretty sure, chat rooms had evolved from chatroom.com by then.
They must have diversified from there. There was Yahoo Chat and all those things. Now, we were all kind of online around the time this film came out. I don't think any of us were really into our backroom web shit at all. I was never a 4chan type, but...
Oh, fuck no, we were the MSN generation.
Oh, God. That sounds like an advert for something, but I just can't think what.
And Yahoo chat rooms.
Yeah, I'm a bit older than you boys. Lycos is where it was at.
Lycos? Is that like a werewolf erotica chat room?
It probably is now. This was a search engine. This was pre-Google.
Oh, God. I think the biggest jump scare in the titles, apart from chatroom.com, is that this is, in fact, a Weinstein production.
Yeah,
oh,
that
God.
obviously popped up as well, didn't it? We can't avoid them anymore.
Well, this is the problem with this film. As Grizzly pointed out earlier, it's credited as being written by Wes Craven.
He's not happy about it, though.
Not at all. Apparently he did. And Webborn, I don't know if you know much about Wes Craven.
I don't know much about much.
Wes Craven, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, Hills Have Eyes, Cursed, which is the film that basically it was a werewolf movie that the Weinsteins really wanted him to make at the time. And basically they took him off this project, had it rewritten loads, and basically forced his hand into making Cursed, which is its own episode because the fucking making of that movie we need to discuss.
Well, that's why he wasn't able to make this film, I read, so he was spending more time making Cursed, so he didn't take on the reins for this. Yeah,
because the Weinsteins basically fucked him over, and it shows. Cursed is a cursed movie.
Weinstein's fucking people over?
Yeah, but like
is that a thing?
Adult in this case.
An adult male, wow. That's unheard of.
Diversity. Makes the world go round.
Going into the scares, the first chill I got, and it's too early, so it was basically seeing in the wing mirror where you're first what is that ghostly thing that suddenly disappeared? Oh, wait, there's someone in the doorway. What's he doing behind that doorway? Well, they're trying to get into American school post-Columbine where they have to empty their pockets and all that jazz.
I didn't even pick up on that bit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I had no Columbine notes at all.
That's not like you at all.
No, I've got a Columbine in everything.
Maybe the real Columbine was the friends we made along the way.
We might get taken down so fast for all this shit. Yeah, he didn't help him find a Ziegler book. He was looking for a Ziegler book. The guy just ignored him. And then suddenly, books just start falling off shelves. And I've hoped, at this point, I was like, it might be one of those films where Ziegler is playing a prank on him in this dark library. And nope, jump scared by a pale, sucky man.
Oh, you were expecting a fake out. Ah, okay.
Yeah. But no, instead we got that little jump scare and then he got sucked off, basically.
Yeah, I can see that you're already kind of dialing into horror by already expecting a fake out. So I can see we're having an effect on you. We're only on episode 3 so far.
Yeah, but none of them have been fake outs.
Not so far. We might find some coming up.
What I like is that we had a slight bit of ghost sucky in Mama. This film was like, hold my fucking beer. This film is all about ghosts just sucking people off left, right, and centre.
You could say this film sucks.
What were they? Were they possessed people who are now dead?
No, Webborn, they were Wi-Fi.
They were ghosts. They were Wi-Fi ghosts.
Wi-Fi ghosts.
But are they respawning or like?
No, these were Wi-Fi ghosts.
No,
Wi-Fi
but
ghosts. Yeah, Wi-Fi
but
ghosts.
What? Sorry to jump so far ahead. Go to the end of the film where they look back at that building and suddenly there's loads of people on the building. Like, what were they doing?
The best way to explain it that I can think of is, during lockdown when everyone started attacking 5G towers, they were worried this was going to happen.
Well, you're actually not wrong, because he does even say it's ultra-wideband. That's actually what is going on in this film. He's created 5G. This Mr. Douglas Ziegler...
5G stands for Ghost, 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 Ghost.
That's where they come from. We found this ultra-wideband. What do you mean found? It exists. You just make the band a bit wider. And the ghosts came from that ghostly Wi-Fi dimension. But also, I think when you're seeing, because this is another kind of scare I wanted to get onto. So not jump scares, we've spoken a little bit about that, but kind of snuff. There's slight elements of snuff filmmaking in this. So when he's got the videos of the people pulled up, before we even get into that, actually, we'll come back to that, because this is a whole other thing I want to go. Their technology and use of technology is stupid.
Oh, we could do a whole hour on that, but this leads me to a question that I really wanted to ask.
To who?
To you, Willy Webborn. If you opened your laptop at the beginning of a day's work,
this is where I was going to go with
this. And instead of a Windows logo, it simply said, "Would you like to meet a ghost?" What would your reaction be?
Wait, I got this somewhere. I wrote it down. It was, "Oh, do you want to meet a ghost? No, thank you. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye." Like all of them. Like, do you want to meet a ghost? Yeah, that sounds great. All these people are dying around me. I want to see what's going on. Like,
without even the supernatural element of that, using the internet at that time, and even more now, you just don't fucking click on that, do you?
No.
Because it's not going to be ghost. It's going to be a fucking virus.
Yeah. But then they're unplugging their PC and it's just not working.
Oh, no. Unplugging the PC. Can I just quickly touch upon one of the best scares in the film?
I hope I know where this is going.
I can already tell you know where this is going. The ghosts are trying to spook her, so she turns the screen around, so they print out a spooky face to get her.
Over 12
They're
pages.
very persistent. Right, put these together in order. Spooky face.
This is what I mean. They don't show the part in the film where she spends an hour trying all these different combinations of how the paper goes and finally come across spooky face.
They didn't show her ripping up the first page that just said boo.
The scariest part about that is that they expect us that a home printer can print 12 sheets in a row without jamming.
You mentioned him from Lost. I didn't find him, Dexter, the guy who plays Dexter. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, was it Ian Somerhalder?
Yeah, no, to me he's a sexy vampire from the Vampire Diaries.
Well, this is what a lot of this film has is, oh my God, that's so-and-so from so-and-so. So we had Kristen Bell from my dreams. She is one of my all-time favorite Hollywood crushes. You had Rick Gonzalez, who I was scratching my head for ages. He plays Stone. He's in Reaper.
Is he in Reaper?
Do you remember Reaper, the Kevin Smith-produced sitcom about a guy who has to steal souls for Satan?
God, I forgot about that. That was great.
You had Sam Levine, who plays Tim. I just referred to him as Freaks and Geeks in all of my notes.
I liked Tim was dying and he still wanted to get his perv on. I just wanted to see you, Matty. And then he goes into the other room. He's still there, like, just trying to get to the
early
next
days
base.
Gooner. He loves it.
Yeah, well, yeah, like he was when they were in the bar and he was texting her like, "Want to dance?" And she's like, "I don't want to dance. Do you want to dance? I don't want to dance. I'm going to follow you home."
Like, I'm right here. Why are you texting me? I'm right here. It's like,
that costs 15 pence.
Because you guys are looking at it too snarkily, man. This film, the core message is about how we can be in the same room, but so disconnected because of technology.
You're thinking of the Japanese one again. This is just mid-2000s schlock bollocks. And this is me trying to defend it as well.
Get on the actors.
We have an Oscar winner in the cast, by the way.
We do?
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer. What a waste of Octavia Spencer.
Absolutely.
Was that one of her first roles or something? And once again, was the script just terrible?
No, I think she's been in a lot of things before then, and obviously since, but yeah, I think it was just a big waste.
So the guy who played the professor, Zach Grenier, whatever his name was, what do you guys recognise him from?
Oh, so I was trying to think of this, and I thought about it in the second watch through.
Yeah.
I cannot fucking place it.
I don't recognise him, but I just like that he was called Professor Cardiff.
Was he?
I didn't pick up on that.
I just saw Car.
Yeah, Professor Cardiff is his name.
This is like my whole thing that makes me different. I recognise him from Problem Child 2, and that's my innocence right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
And right, this one, I really want to know if you got this one. You know the guy with the gun in the street?
Oh, from the old people who just are there for exposition and exposition only.
So his name is Robert Clotworthy. Do you know what he is?
Worthy of clots?
Well, maybe. No. I looked at it. He is the narrator of all the Ancient Aliens episodes. He is like a mass narrator.
No.
Yeah, it's madness. Yeah, he narrated all the Ancient Aliens.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. That was the best one I found.
But weird TV tenuous connections. John Sub-Zero, or Jimmy Sub-Zero, whatever the director's name is, this is one of his, if not only, feature film. He was mainly a music video director, but two of his biggest credits, he did the opening sequence for the 88-89 series of SNL, and also he directed all of the action cutscenes in Resident Evil 5, the game, not the movie.
That kind of tracks with this, to be honest. I can kind of see it.
Well, I'm glad it was one of his only films.
And the best bit of casting, in my opinion, rounding up the core group of friends, obviously we've touched on Kristen Bell playing Matty, Rick Gonzalez playing Stone, Jonathan Tucker playing Josh, a watered-down Marcus Parks character. We have Christina Milian, pop sensation from Dip It Low and AM to PM, connectivity to the movie. Why did they insist on doing so many day for night shots in this movie? Every time it was nighttime, you can tell they shot it at the day, turned the brightness down, and put that horrible blue contrast filter on.
I wanted to talk about the blue tint throughout the film. It could just be the standard make it look creepy blue that they've learned in film school, but it does contradict with the red tape that they use to block out the infrared to make that stand out a lot more. If that's the case, good bit of colour use there. If
but
not,
the red didn't really stand out.
Well, it looks muted, but the whole red tape thing's to block infrared, so they've spoken to Neil deGrasse Tyson somewhere along the way, or listened to a lecture of his and gone, yeah, red blocks that bit. Cool, let's get some tape involved.
So I've got my own theory on that, which is obviously this is on the tail end of the American remakes of Japanese movie trends of the 2000s, which kicked off with Gore Verbinski's The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that has a very intentionally muted blue-green color palette, but Gore Verbinski did that, and he shot and lit it in such a way that if you rewatch The Ring remake, very few people have any shadows. It's all so brightly lit because he wanted it to have this surrealist, dreamlike quality. And then fucking Jimmy Sub-Zero goes, oh, blue equals scary. Let's fucking go.
See, when I was thinking of the red tape comparison there, I think I'm giving him a lot more credit than I should have been. I think if I hadn't rewatched this film today, because we were talking about this before you jumped on, Webbs, second rewatch really ruins this film.
Well, it made me look at the script a lot differently for me, like how bad it really was. But like when I'm first watching it in darkness, that was an intense fucking film.
Well, let's get back to that then, because I want to hear what really freaked you out and spooked you. In fact, there's one scene that I've actually seen the Japanese original.
Is it when Stone?
When Stone goes to the house, and the woman just emerges out of the darkness, walking towards him. I've seen the original Japanese one of that, and there's some incredible body movement and dance moves in that. Is just so otherworldly and incredibly done. In this one, they make it glitch around a little bit, which was just bollocks.
But it was like when she pokes her head over the bed, like that was a real, like that whole thing was really tough to watch. Like even like I was just like, why are you going back there? Like I know like you're getting messages off a dead guy's computer, but just let it go. Like it's over. He's dead.
That bit was, I think, one of the things that kind of made me like the film the first time I saw it. which was that when, obviously in a horror film, the monster's coming at you, the guy being chased will kind of close his eyes or hide, and then the monster disappears for a while, and then all of a sudden it gets you again. Not this time. It's still persistent and still coming for you.
I didn't enjoy that
okay,
at all.
I prefer that. That's more, there's more stakes to it. Again, having rewatched several times and more recently, still a bit bollocks.
Like there was a voice coming from this locked off room, so he decides to go in there. Like, just don't. That was really hide behind the pillow moment. But before that, when they first get to Josh's place, that cat in the cupboard.
So this leads me into, if I may, Ice Z's body count. So I did a body count for this movie, listing every on-screen death and the reason for it. So first death we have is the cat, malnutrition.
Was that the name of the cat?
Yep, malnutrition. got killed with a hammer. Next death, this one pissed me off so much that I actually had to do some scientific research. So right after you see Malcolm Nutrition get killed with a hammer is the inciting incident of the movie where Matty finds her boyfriend Josh hung or hanging himself from the rafters with a USB cable. Now, the standard weight that a USB cable can bear
Fucking nerd.
is roughly 150 pounds of weight. Looking at it, Jonathan Tucker, the actor who plays Josh, is 5'10", and baggy shirts aside, you can tell he's carrying some muscle. You know, he's got some shoulders to him. So the average body weight of a healthy body weight of someone of that height is between 149 and 183 pounds, meaning he would have stood on the chair, tied the USB around his neck, jumped, and just hit the fucking deck. Which leads me to believe I don't think this movie happened. Other on-screen deaths, of course, Stone, the lovable, roguish best friend who has access to Japanese bondage, all the other offensive 2000 stereotypes that you can think of in this movie. He gets sucked off by a wall. Izzy, Christina Milian's character, gets Thanos snapped. Every cunt on that airplane gets killed. An honourable mention to the rest of the world, apparently. I wasn't expecting this to be an apocalypse movie.
It takes a twist in about the last half hour or so. All of a sudden, like, the world is gone.
Why was the plane still flying? Why? The world is going. Like, why is there a plane in the air?
Well, there's a scene a little bit earlier on where Dexter is in the streets, which has that classic, it's the apocalypse, so apparently every newspaper is now just blowing down the fucking road for no reason. And a car goes hurtling past him with the horn blaring, but people just disappear. So it's not like a corpse would have just been leaning on the horn. And Webborn, as the only driver on this podcast, surely if
Good point.
a car is bombing down the road and then you take your foot off the accelerator, you don't continue going at that speed. Surely you would slow down.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, the argument is how long before did he turn into the black dust gooey stuff? But, like, yeah.
Well, I did a lot of scientific research for my section, so do me a favour, go outside, bomb down the road, and then just take your feet off the pedal.
Wait for the car at the end of the road to turn in. Yeah, that's fine.
So that I hope that answers your question about the airplane as well.
I just... how many deaths were there then? Sorry?
On-screen deaths, there was 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 on-screen deaths. You never see Freaks and Geeks die. He's just in the computer going, I can see you. I wanted to see you, and now I can see you. Not that he was Southern. So yeah, a low body count on this movie, apart from honourable mention, the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the rest of the world, and then once again, them reappearing as ghosts. That's what I don't understand. What is this?
Wi-Fi ghosts.
Stop it!
Hospital for sad people.
Hospital for sad people.
I think the Wi-Fi ghosts are the original bald boys coming from the other spectrum of Wi-Fi. Mm. And then all the ones who run these kind of snuff films, they've been possessed. Their life force is now on YouTube.
No.
They've been sucked onto Twitch.
End of film. Josh is back in the window as one of those...
But is the window on YouTube, or is it a real window?
Was YouTube around in 2006? I would shut the fuck up if I was you.
See all the ghosts doing the fucking Numa Numa dance.
All the technology. This is only 4 years after Kelly Rowland sent a text to Kelly using XL on a BlackBerry.
As well, all this haunting going off, like, why do people insist on having baths?
That I thought was a really good scare. This is what I mean. There are good scares in this movie.
I think the problem is, when you know where the scares are, the rest of the bollocks in between you start paying attention to in the second watch.
This is the second movie in the row where horror's gone, not enough scary things are happening, go have a bath, love.
Get in the bath.
Well, when I'm scared, I stink. And when I stink, I don't feel my best. So that's why I have a nice little scared bath. So a couple of inconsistencies in Matty's character, Kristen Bell, the main character.
Yeah.
They set up really early on that there is this distant relationship with her mum.
Yeah.
She gets a missed call from her mum. After Josh's suicide, she phones her mum.
Tag you
in. Something terrible's happened. Get back to me.
Never does.
Never does. There's one slight mention where when she's packing her bag to escape at the end, she phones her mum and it just doesn't connect. They set that up for nothing. And also, this scared me more than anything. Before everything kicks off, she goes back to her apartment. She grabs a pizza box out of the cupboard, the cold cupboard, the fridge. She grabs a slice of pizza, right? She rips the crust off, puts the crust back in the box, then eats the pizza. If you're worried about your weight that much, don't eat the pizza.
That was criminal, that was.
All right, well, speaking of Kristen Bell, I was going to say Kirsten Dunst. Krusty Bell. I was going to say Kirsten Dunst, who was nearly cast as the same person when I was looking it up. They don't look anything alike, but I keep saying the same names for them, Kristen and Kirsten. Webbs, I happen to know you've been watching The Good Place lately.
Oh, yeah.
How did it feel to watch Kirsten Bell in this after having watched The Good Place so much?
She's developed so much as an actor.
High praise. Very high praise.
I don't know. It just looked like early days of her career, to be honest, and it seems like a lot of people start their acting in horror films, right? Am I right?
You say that, though, but this is post-Veronica Mars. She'd already starred in a massively popular TV show prior to this.
Which was?
Veronica Mars.
Was it Nickelodeon? Is one of those?
No, I think it was more adult. She's like a spunky teen detective. She solves spunk crimes.
As well, sorry, Josh just died, so she goes to see that psychologist.
Who's a dick to her.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I know you're grieving, but fuck you, Matty.
Will it help if I shout at you?
Shout your probs away, Matty. Oh, you're so resistant to self-analysis, you prick.
And then he gets to see his daughter die on camera. That's nice. Well, he doesn't see, but he's the impending doom of it, I suppose. The cafe scene as well. Did you guys know who the guy was sat on the bar?
Oh, I don't know. Did we know who that was, Zach?
Oh, yes. So, Webborn, this is a game I wanted to play with you.
Okay.
I don't know how much research you've done into it post-film as to who the man at the bar was.
Oh, I recognise him instantly. I've watched all the extended editions. Wait, why are you questioning me on this?
Because I was going to ask you, what iconic horror character does man at the bar Brad Dourif play?
No, that's not why I know him.
All right, you answer mine. You guess mine. I'll guess yours.
All right, one sec. Let me think. I can see him.
Can you feel him? Can you touch him? Can you sniff him?
No, I don't actually know. What? He's Chucky.
He is Chucky.
Brad, for the listeners at home, I'm wearing a Chucky hoodie, so that probably didn't translate into good podcasting. But Brad Dourif, apart from the Child's Play remake where Mark Hamill plays him, Brad Dourif has voiced Chucky in every single movie and the TV series.
He's such a method actor, that guy. He really likes to feel the part. Anything I've watched him, like, describing himself go for parts, he really tries to get into.
Yeah, he spent a few years as a haunted doll. It was weird.
And to my honest guess for yours, obviously you said, I've seen all the extended ones.
Yeah, it's ruined now, isn't it?
Yeah, Tyler Perry's Medea.
No, the Hilary Duff movie.
Cheaper by the dozen. He plays the other 11 kids.
I'd actually watch that. I'd have to see that.
Freaking Wormtongue.
Oh shit! Yeah, he is.
He's Wormtongue in Lord of the Rings.
I love this. See, Zach's not as Lord of the Ringsy as us two, I guess. So you've obviously Chucky, obviously Brad Dourif in countless amazing films.
He gets shot down by that nerd. Oh no, shot down by the goth. Even he gets shot down by her. Very.
It's the booze in your coffee.
Yeah.
Fucking what a fucking goth.
Wait, straight after that scene as well. Once again, do you want to meet a ghost? No. Thanks for the offer. I am good. Please go about your day. I will do the same.
Just to hop back in time a little bit, actually, going back to Malcolm Nutrition, the hammered cat. So in that scene where Matty, Josh is her boyfriend, he's been acting off. This is before any of the ghosty boys come up. Two things in that scene I love. One is when she's there's a wide shot of her and she's going, Josh, and he stands up out of the shadows behind her. Genuinely really effective scare.
Yeah, that was clever.
Another thing I want to point out is that surely she would have smelt all of the rotten food and the festering cat in the cupboard. There is no nasal recognition in her acting whatsoever. She walks in just like, oh, just how I left it. And also her reaction to seeing her boyfriend hang himself. She goes, oh my God. It's essentially her line delivery to seeing Josh hang himself. She goes, oh my God.
Could have been worse. She could have walked in, what happened here?
She could have done the full Neil Breen. I can't believe it. I can't believe you've killed yourself. So we mentioned Octavia Spencer.
Yes,
she has
we did.
one scene as the landlady who's clearing out Josh's flat post
She
suicide.
cares about the cat. She does care about
She
the
does.
cat.
She mentions about the cat, but she also mentions that she didn't get paid 2 months' rent, so she sold Josh's computer for $100. $100 for 2 months' rent in what looks like, if not maybe a major city, at least a thriving college town.
Hey, mid-2000s, man. Things were better back then.
This is actually, it's pre-2008. Freddo's cost 10p. Not seeing anymore.
Probably was alright, actually, wasn't it? Oh God, we live in a miserable state.
But there's another. I don't know if this was intentional, but when what's his name? Fucking Ian Somerhalder. I forget the actor.
Dexter.
The character's Dexter Fletcher. When
Sexy
Dexter,
actor.
sexy actor, man.
God, he is sexy though, isn't he?
I hate his eyes.
I hate how much I want him.
No, I just hate it. There's something wrong with his eyes. I don't know what I don't know what it is.
I'm sure at some point he claims he's paid £400 to get that. Sorry, not pounds, dollars, dollary dues to get the computer. It's like, well, you can pay me back because I'm out of money. It's like, didn't the check bounce? Wasn't that the whole thing?
Well, this is what I pointed out, because in Octavia Spencer says that she'd sold it for $100, and the next scene, literally the next bit of dialogue, is him saying, oh, I spent $400 on that. So are we led to believe that he paid $300 in cash and then $100 in a bad check?
Oh, there's so much wrong with this fucking film.
Is it wrong? Is it unintentional, as in, like, she scammed him, or she's only saying it's 100, it's actually 400? It doesn't matter at all, but have they set that up as some kind of, like, little character study in the middle of it for no reason? I couldn't work it out, and I also didn't care.
I was distracted by, after that scene, there's two scenes in quick succession, namely all of them at the cyber cafe, and then Matty and Dexter talking about the computer, that had two of the best lines of dialogue in the entire movie, apart from Ziegler's monologue, which we will get to.
Yeah, which actually, I liked Ziegler's monologue. We'll get to that, though.
When they're in the cyber cafe, there's a news article or a news bulletin on the TV, and the news announcer states, local health officials have called the recent cluster of suicides in the city tragic and very unfortunate.
Fuck. Oh.
And then literally next scene along, when Matty and Dexter are talking about Josh's computer, she says, I think you need to go back upstairs and erase the hard drive. And he looks her dead in the eyes and goes, I tried. It won't let me.
Oh, there's so many of them.
The delivery on some of the lines is just... Again, I've seen these actors in other things, and they're way better, so I'm going to give it to, Mr. Ice Pants. Sub-Zero himself. I'm going to lay it at his door.
What do you mean?
I'm going to say the director's fault for not getting them to say the lines better.
Yeah, like we spoke about the car crash, like a way she's delivering the line and that. We're going to shut it down. We're going to shut it down. And you're just, oh, God damn.
A very nice surprise in this film I found as well is that we get an unexpected cameo from, at the time, relatively unknown comedian Ricky Lindhome.
Wait, who?
So, are you aware of the musical duo Garfunkel and Oates?
No.
Musical comedians, it's Ricky Lindhome and Kate Micucci, who both in their own right have starred in so many movies and TV shows, but they're an amazing musical comedy duo. And when Christina Milian is doing the laundry and she's like, hey, nobody around doing anything, and the blonde girl goes, I don't really go out much. That's literally one of the funniest people on the planet, having the dullest line in the dullest movie.
Now that I've just looked her up, I know who you mean.
Do you want to know where I know her from? Big Bang Theory.
Right, we've ended this podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, we're starting the Big Bang Theory rewatch podcast.
Oh, no. You know what? This is Webborn's night. We're watching horror. My nightmare is watching all of the Big Bang Theory back to back.
At least there's no fucking ghosts.
There are the ghosts of my humour.
We will. I think it's only fair. At some point, we will let you pick a film. You've got to suggest us to something that you think we will hate.
It's going to be Hamilton or something, isn't it?
I'm not going to sing that because, no.
Copyright issues.
Yeah, we'll get banned immediately.
The tumble dryer, though. Mr. Tumble Dryer, when Christina Milian gets sucked off, again, really effective scare. There are times in this movie when it works well. So bad writing and hammy fucking CGI and stupid color filters aside, on your first rewatch, this was genuinely scary for you.
I fucking hated it. I was downstairs in the dark on my own, and I had my headphones on, and I was texting you guys like, it's not over yet. Why is it over yet? Like, I want to say, like, when I was saying I text, I don't text them anything about how I feel. And that was horrible.
We were getting a message from your wife saying, what have you done to him?
Yeah.
Which is usually a good sign we've done something good for this.
It's going to be a long podcast of just that, isn't it?
What was your most effective scare then? What scared you the most, do you think?
Yeah, up there's got to be Stone's death, obviously, because that was just...
Really?
Stone's death when the ghost lady gets him, or when he goes, I don't feel too well, man, and just disappears into the wall.
And he turns into that jellyfish thing from X-Men. Into the wall. The eyes come out. When the woman comes out and she's all floaty hair, women should touch the ground, as we've already said, not be floaty. That was particularly bad. I didn't like the toilet scene.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even spoken about that at all.
Oh, that was hideous, because that was just an impending sense of dread, and then Smeagol's on the other side of the toilet for some reason, listening to other shit.
That's what Wi-Fi does. It listens to you shit.
That was up there, because that was all, pardon me, suspense. Yeah, it's... and anything with ghosts, I was just getting chills. Like, when they finally go to where the system is, and there's suddenly all these ghosts following them, that sometimes can go through walls, but sometimes can't go through a door.
Yeah, there was that.
I was thinking about this on my rewatch, that obviously ghosts are a big trigger for you, and I thought it was really funny that we picked a film that had, at minimum, 48,000 ghosts.
And then they try and do The Shining, but with two little boys.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was that?
That's a horror trope, having twins in a corridor.
Yeah, and then she goes into the elevator and that orb comes down, and I was like, oh, great, I'm hiding behind the pillow again. But then I think the scarier part was she trusts getting out the elevator and not getting decapitated.
Going back to the little boy ghosts in the corridor, I noticed a few little, what I would like to hope were intentional horror nods in this. When she's been sucked off, she's found under her blanket by Matty, who spends about 5 minutes in her room going, Izzy, are you in here? And not seeing the shape of a fucking human. She takes her on the sofa, and Izzy gives this, funnily enough, like every character does, exposition dump monologue. And she says they want what they don't have anymore, life. And that, I want to, in my heart of heart, hope is a reference to Evil Dead. When the Deadites are floating and go, we want what you have, life. But I don't think it is.
I don't know, maybe. Because the twins in the corridor, again, is obviously a nod to The Shining, I hope. It can't be by mistake, surely.
The plane crash is a nod to 9/11. Who knows?
The moody goth shutting down everything you say is a nod to my marriage. Gemma, if you're listening, I love you.
Just wait for that door behind you to open and you get a smack on the head.
Yeah, Ziegler. Let's go into Ziegler, please.
Let's talk about Ziegler.
God, Ziegler, Kel O'Neill, what have you done?
Not many roles after that.
To be fair, I liked his monologue. I think he gave it his all.
There's a lot of very Tim Robinson level line deliveries in it, especially when he screams, "It was a telecom project!"
You gotta let them in!
I got from that the first time around, he's a pissed off nerd. It's like, I already fucking explained this. I already did my thesis. Stop fucking asking me, mum.
So my genuine note, the main reaction I had to Ziegler states, no wonder he's had to tape the walls given how much he's chewing the scenery.
Very good.
Fishing in his bowl of half-finished cigarettes. All half-finished, by the way.
Yeah, he's on a diet.
Yeah, it's not even like he's looking for one left. There's plenty there. They're all half done. Just finish one.
Why did he tape a video camera to a fan? There is just a fan oscillating back and forth with a video camera on the top of it.
Wait, wasn't that connected to Wi-Fi?
No, not through the red tape, it wouldn't be.
But this is with the red tape inconsistency. So Ziegler is the one who finds out that the red tape has something in it that blocks the spectrum the ghost can travel through. So if you tape up entrances in your house, then the ghost can't get you. So his room is entirely red taped, and he is in the cupboard, which is back, front and back, inside and out, red taped. Josh, on the other hand, who is the second man to know about this, his entire flat isn't red taped apart from his bedroom. Later in the film, when they all get red tape from Josh in the post with literally just a note saying it keeps them out and no other context, how does Freaks and Geeks know to tape up his windows?
Good question.
I don't think this movie happened.
There was a guy sticking up a poster with just a little bit of red tape and I go, number 1, tape it up. Number 2, it keeps them out. Number 3, why have you written instructions when no one knows what the fuck is actually going on? All they're seeing is bald boys coming through the walls.
And also pasting it on top of a mountain of missing person posters ne'er seen since the opening scenes of 28 Days Later.
The virus is spreading, people are missing, buy red tape. That's basically it.
The apocalyptic aspect, first watch, I didn't pick up on it much. To be fair, I probably wasn't paying as much attention. But I didn't pick up on as much of it until it's really in your face, like, yeah, everyone's fucking dead. Let's get out of the cities. But second rewatch, I'm kind of noticing a lot more. They're showing a lot more, like, establishing shots where there's less and less people in the courtyards of things. I didn't pick up on it the first time round. Not the first time I watched it, no.
I couldn't take my eyes off it.
There was one scene where Matty goes to a lecture and there's about 4 people there, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I was like, where is everyone?
I think my first watch, I started picking up on it when just after she's seen Gollum on the bus, Professor Cardiff? More like Professor Bus Death.
Professor Bus Death is the name of my new death metal band.
Just walks out, it's like, oh, fuck this, and starts walking towards the bus to get killed. And then when he doesn't run him over, he's kind of giving her the stinker. He's like, you didn't kill him. You shouldn't kill him. Fuck's sake.
So the deaths are very inconsistent, I find, as well. So it's supposed to be a suicide epidemic, but you only see one person kill himself. Stone gets sucked into a wall. Izzy gets Thanos snapped. So they say a suicide epidemic. How do they explain all of the people who are just missing?
I think that might be the late stage of it, because the first stage is obviously they take your life away. I think Stone says it, I don't want to do it myself. He doesn't want to kill himself, so he lets himself get sucked off by a wall instead. So that might be what's going on there. The despair leads you to the walls, or just to be gommaged if you've played Expedition 33. Expedition 33.
I played Exhibition 33.
Yeah, I've seen you.
I was in the corner. Yeah.
For context, in a Superman suit, furiously wanking.
I did give it the hand movement underneath the table. Felt nice.
Should we talk about the technology, the use of technology in this film?
Yes, abso-fucking-lutely we should.
I had one of those phones, by the way. I've still got that phone. Yeah,
You still got a flippy phone. But the use of I wanted to go on a bit of a tangent on this, because around that time, I was on the internet. We were looking at chat rooms. We were using MSN Messenger. Compared to now, the internet was the fucking Wild West back then.
Yeah.
It's had a bit of a resurgence recently with Generation Z discovering the fact that there was a video called One Man, One Jam Jar.
Oh.
By your reactions, you both know what that is.
I wake up thinking about that sometimes.
Every now and then it gets referenced by something like people who are way too young to ever experience watching that, or being jump scared by Lemon Party.
What's scary about lemon pie?
What's scary about it? Nothing. What's erotic about it is
Those men love each
I
other.
have poked holes in walls to get rid of that.
I just like this one thing about the early internet. I remember walking into my living room as a child where the family computer was, and my brother is just sat there, casual as day, watching the R. Bud Dwyer video.
It was everywhere. There was no kind of guardrails whatsoever. I remember, and again, the computers in school, in the library, secondary school, I would just bring a bloated goat and walk away. Just for the next person to find it. Or shiteaters.com. All the things that the bigger boys would tell you about. Fucking meat spin. Jesus Christ.
Well, this is what I mean. I know a lot of people are concerned about what the internet is doing to the current generation. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of horrible influences and a lot of access to these influences by younger people. We didn't have personalities giving us this. We literally had rotten.com.
We just found the horrible that was on there.
It was just basically wait till my parents go to bed and just search gore into Yahoo.
You just find some horrible shit.
You guys, different level. Albino Black Sheep. Do you remember that one? See? No, Innocent.
Was this just a nursery rhyme?
No, it had different videos on it when videos were first coming to the internet.
Flash videos.
Flash animations. Yeah.
Sorry, going back, one more thing I want to note about Ziegler, Kel O'Neill.
Yeah.
Didn't have a sterling career after it, but he did have a part in one of my favourite video games. He was in GTA Vice City. He played Pedestrian.
Fucking hats off, Kel. I take back everything bad I ever said about you.
Fair. Good on him. He did his best, and he did it well.
The technology, as we were saying, obviously we've talked a little bit about how fucked the internet was back in those days. The actual in-movie technology is so wildly inconsistent. So
what the fuck are they doing? What were the discs? What the fuck are they even doing?
This is what I mean. With Dexter, who had bought the computer that Josh had unleashed this ghost virus, he's adamant that the hard drives are fried, and the only thing that he was able to save from the hard drive is a perfect sequence of video blogs that Josh had left on the computer. I get, obviously, just for exposition purposes, but you think it's so fucked that he's like, the only thing I can find is that he may have had some viruses and this entire diary of videos that were clearly shot in the same day, but you were supposed to believe was done over a span of weeks.
Didn't change his clothes once.
He was a vlogger before vlogging was a thing.
He pulled out that external hard drive as well, wouldn't he? Around in 2006.
Oh, little pin drives, yeah. There was like a couple of 32 meg on there or something like that. It wasn't much.
I remember I had a Ministry of Sound MP3 player which looked like that and could hold 6 songs, and I remember just being like, motherfucker, I am the king of the world.
Yeah.
I remember having 2 of those, and I would alternate because I didn't have enough. So I would alternate my little USB ones.
Well, look at Moneybags over here with 2 MP3
I had
players.
a job at the time. I was an adult-ish.
Yeah, I was good. When you were talking about technology and the computers, I was going to ask were they made out of stone at the time. I couldn't tell.
Fuck you. No, stone is made out of the walls.
There
it is. Yeah. Fucking got it in there.
The 2006 technology, I like how prevalent that PDAs were. They're like, phones, PDAs. Can't have them. Pages. Like, who even really know? Can either of you tell me what PDA stands for?
I know what the P stands for.
Pooter?
Personal digital assistant?
I'm going...
Is that what... I think that's it.
Pulverized donkey anus.
We're going back to the websites we used to look at.
Also, if you're less than 25 and you listen to this, Google Blue Waffle.
No. Blue Waffle's sanitized now. You Google that. It's just pictures of blue waffles.
Trust me, I look often.
AI fixed it all now. It's done all the images right.
It's mind-blowing what videos Josh leaves on his computer.
Oh, yeah, that's where we were.
Yeah.
Because Dexter is watching one, and it's quite late in the evolution of his ghoulishness. And he simply says, "The virus, it's inside." And Dexter goes, "What?" and looks, and there's a USB taped inside. How did he get from A to Z so fucking quickly with that line of dialogue? The virus is inside the body of the computer on a USB stick, I'm sure.
That's one of those tropes that I hate in everything. There was a show on Netflix, I can't remember what it was called, Otherworld or something. It was episode after episode of that, of just someone trying to solve a mystery and someone else mentioning something, and then he just comes to every fucking time, every episode. I'm sure it's the kid who played Goku in the live-action Dragon Ball Z film as well, which makes it worse.
What about the server room as well? That was...
with the wibbly-wobbly servers?
Because Wi-Fi is visible.
Yeah, but like when the camera's facing at her back and she turns around and there's no camera there, I'm like, oh, well, someone else is going to be now. And then, she gets sucked off a bit, but Sexter saves her.
The
Sexy Dex.
Dreams she has, and when she gets sucked off in the server room, it looks, I can't tell if it reminds me of the dream sequences in Mama or every Linkin Park music video.
There's a definite kind of Linkin Park vibe to it. It's that era as well.
Why was Josh stood on a dilapidated building at one point, turning round, and then they were back in bed together the next minute?
Because in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Fuck you.
Yeah, one of my favourite lines... There is no system to shut down. They are the system. They are the system. Oh.
And then, for once in a horror film, running out of signal is a good thing.
This is very true, actually. I didn't think about that at all. In every horror film, wait, I don't have any signal.
Yeah, this time, no signal. We're all right, no bald boys.
But she didn't have to wait for a signal to run out to toss her phone out the fucking window, did she?
Genuinely, when they drove off and she hadn't already chucked it, I was like, why is she still holding on to it?
In case her mum calls.
Yeah, Mum is gonna call.
It's not the phone, it's the signal. They are the system.
Well, but why did the ghosts wait till the last minute to show up when they're having this weird sleepy kiss?
They needed a nap.
I put this in my notes as well. Why? First of all, they didn't set up any romantic relationship between the two of them, but just
they held hands.
No, up until then. But they were just like, all right, we've got a sexy boy and a sexy girl. Let's make them sexy. And then they are asleep in the car. They're awoken by a radio broadcast of the army saying, "Oh, by the way, boys, if you've got a signal, you're going to get fucking got." And she goes, "Wait, signal? Phones have that." Opens her phone, ghosts.
Well, like, why didn't it appear before?
Exactly.
Where was I going with that then? There was something else in my head.
Were you going to go after the body horror aspect of it, of just limbs everywhere?
Those guys
were... Miranda.
By this point, I was scared. Oh, very well played. I was scared, but that wasn't... I was over it by that point. I just wanted the film to be over. I was too far behind the pillow.
As this film broke in you, it was like, I don't care anymore.
Have we ruined the premise of the podcast? Are you already over horror movies?
Pulse has broken you.
No, I remember what it was now. Like I've said about them having that sexy fall asleep, not kissing. They were just breathing CO2 into each other's mouths. Like, this is comfy.
Honestly, I find nothing more comforting than breathing into a stranger's mouth in a time of peril.
And then, going right again to the end of the film where Josh is still waiting in the window with no eyes. Like, that's what I mean. Basically, if they kill someone, do they come back as ghosts? Answer these questions, please.
Wi-Fi ghosts.
Women shouldn't touch the ground floor.
Ground floor?
Well, actually, she's trying to go down.
Get him upstairs now. Upstairs. Not having this.
But also, the original rule is that women should touch the floor.
You've gone back in yourself.
But just not the ground floor.
Not the ground floor, no.
Women
when
should
she was
touch the
trying to-
floor upstairs.
When she was trying to go to the system room, it kept trying to send her back to the ground floor with a creepy ghost.
Oh, the spooky boys have got you.
I hated a lot of that film. There were so many bad acting and bad scares, to be honest. Like, it turns out Wi-Fi Ghost don't like wet washing, so they decided to throw that out of the washing machine. I really enjoyed that.
Turns out Stone's going to prison because of his burnt DVD collection.
yeah. What you called that famous singer? I forget her name.
Christina Milian from AM to PM.
She did the music to Kim Possible, apparently.
I told Grizzly, and he said, "Cool, what's that?"
I had no idea, so I thought I'd throw that in
You
before
what?
you did.
You don't know what Kim Possible is?
He's 54.
You didn't have... Was it Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? I can't
That was
even remember.
Disney.
I had both. I didn't have Disney.
Didn't have Disney because fuck the man.
Yeah, she early on when they're in the bar scene, she's obviously getting catfished by this Getty image on her phone of some sexy hunk. It was just perfect quality of a phone of that type.
Oh, nice bit of mid-2000s homophobia. I was like, he's clearly gay. He's better looking than me. He must be gay. Sure.
So after that scene, you see her wake up in bed with a random guy. She bumps his mouse and the screen comes on and he has got her dating profile up. Did either of you pause and read her dating profile?
Oh, I wish I had now. Go on.
I
What you
didn't
got?
type it out, but it was along the lines of, "Hi, I'm Izzy. I'm a fun-type party girl, and I like the better things in life. Champagne, money, and fast cars are my idea of a good time." It was clearly a middle-aged man and going, "What do sexy women like?"
Or what do catfishes like? And why is Matty such a dick? Like, it's 2 a.m, you need to come home now. I've all out of pizza, I've only got crust left.
Because she ate the rest. It's not her fault.
See, I watched the extended cut, though, and there is a scene before that where Izzy grabs Matty by the collar, throws her against the wall and goes, "Oh, Matty, I'm going fucking leave me the crusts. I need to get my power back," is what she says.
I need my carbs to ride him.
So from that, there's also, I love terrible music, but I actually enjoyed one of the songs, and then I decided to Shazam it to find out. And it was this random debut album by a band called The Overnight Lows, and the song was called Delay the Wait. And it only had 3,300 hits on Spotify, and now it has 3,005.
I genuinely wrote in my notes, it was nice of them to write music for this movie.
I have a different taste, all right?
Well, it's not that it's a different taste. It stank of, what do the kids like?
And what is free? What is free to use at this
Oh,
point in
bless
time?
them, though. They were probably just like in their shitty van. They got the text about that. Like, guys, we've made it. We're going to be in a Weinstein production.
Oh.
Well, yeah, shout out to the Overnight Lows wherever you guys are now.
What I like about this film is it's helped me dial in a bit more to what spooks you out, Mr. Webbs.
Ghosts.
Ghosts, spookies, the supernatural. So now,
Yeah.
my picks, I've already spoken to Zach about my replacement pick for this one, which will now be added to the wheel. I'm not going to tell you
I
what it
got a
is.
shudder then, you twat.
Oh, good. We're back onto the shudders. I've picked a film that I really love, that it's going to be on the list. It's a good film that I think you'll like, closer to Poltergeist, not in tone, but in quality. And I think it's going to freak you the fuck out, while also entertaining the hell out of you. So I think this is going to be a more enjoyable, but also spookier experience for you from now on.
I also had the opposite, where I replaced Poltergeist with maybe, in my opinion, one of the scariest ghost films I've seen in the last 5 years.
I fucking hate you so much right now, you fucking twat. That last watch was fucking ridiculous. Like, honestly, like, I had a pillow on my chest, hugged in, like, only seeing my eyes. And then, as you said, turn off the lights, and I stupidly thought, yeah, that sounds good. I'm hard. Nope. And I decided to watch this one through headphones as well. I don't think that was a wise choice when you can't figure out what's going on around you. And you're
Not with the
already
Overnight
scared.
Lows playing, no.
It's a lot of chattery, murmury ghost noises.
And Wi-Fi. Well, no, we didn't get one dial-up tone.
No, not a single one. This is post modems. This is post dial up. This is
post Melodem. So, William H. Webbington, as ever, let's jump into the rating. So, for the new listeners, we rate it on two factors. We're going to rate it out of 1 to 10 on scares, and then 1 to 10 out of overall movie enjoyment. So, the floor is yours, William Webbington. Scares, where did it land?
Oh, scares for me was like a solid 8.
You reckon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys say that? I don't like horror.
Okay, all right. You know, it's only a telecoms project.
Honestly, but that's what you guys. Sorry, give context. When I said 8, then I looked at the camera and they both gave me like, "What's wrong with you?" sort of eyes, and I don't like horror. That's what's wrong with me. That scared the shit out of me.
Oh, dude, you are cooked on the next couple of films.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see what the wheel brings us next time.
So, 8 out of 10 for scares. Overall movie enjoyment out of 10.
2.
Yeah, that's fair. That's way more accurate.
Yeah, that was
Can't blame me on that one.
Yeah, that didn't need to happen.
That film didn't need to happen. No. I agree. Totally
That
agree
didn't
with you.
need it. Like, and as we've all said, that second time round made it so much better to be worse. Like,
Better to be worse.
Words elude me and you.
Grilliam H. Macy, scares out of 10.
Scares out of 10. If I hadn't given it the rewatch, I would have gone with a 5. I'm giving it a 4. Just because some of them were good, but mostly it was cheap and silly.
Overall movie enjoyment?
Again, if I hadn't had the rewatch tonight, I'd probably go with a 5 on that one. I'm knocking that down to a 4 as well. So 4 as a 4s.
4 out of 4. I like it. I couldn't agree more with the rewatch premise. I watched this Saturday morning and I texted you straight away, Grizz, going, fucking hell, actually really enjoyed that. What the hell? I was surprised how much I enjoyed
Better
it.
than you think it's going to be, isn't it? And then
you rewatch it for the podcast and do your notes. And when you start to dissect this film, it turns out it is made out of wet tissue paper and Weinstein promises. And you don't want to know why those tissues are wet. Oh. Scares out of 10. Again, there's a lot of good ideas. Some of them very well executed. I'm going to give it a 4. I will agree with a 4. Maybe a 5. I don't know. If they got rid of the glitchy kind of effect on the ghosts and just had them a bit more corporeal, it would be a lot more effective.
Well, now I've just had a rethink about it. I think some of the better scares come from the original Japanese, so I'm going to knock it down to a 3 for the scares.
In that case, then I'm going to go to a 6 because fuck you. Yeah, I'll keep it at a 4 in that case then, only because I am scared of having my own opinions and I'm a tired baby boy who will listen to older men. Overall movie enjoyment, I would have put this at about a 5 or 6 on the first watch, and then on the rewatch, yeah, I'm going to have to pull this sucker down to like a 3. It doesn't hold up. And given that I watched it twice in the space of a week, the second watch was a steady drop-off in enjoyment.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised to know, Webben, that this film spawned 2 straight-to-DVD sequels?
No, I wouldn't be surprised. It was that. Was that not straight to DVD?
No, that was a wide release. They put money behind this. This was going to be a big IP.
What was the next one called? Pulse 2? Pulses?
Pulse 2 Afterlife.
Oh, fuck off.
Pulse 3, Pulses and Grains. Oh, speaking of which, I've got a culinary joke for you, Webborn, before I forget.
Oh, yeah?
What culinary piece of equipment am I doing an impression of right now? Let them eat cake.
Bane?
It's a Bane Marie Antoinette.
Oh, fucking hell.
Was this that joke you mentioned earlier on?
It was. I've been saving that for about 4 hours.
It's funny you should give that joke right now, because I just opened Rotten Tomatoes to look at some reviews, and the first thing I saw sums that joke up perfectly. Boring trash, no emotional collection, and very cliche. What a waste.
I find me funny. Fuck you.
So we will end the podcast as we ever do, spinning the mighty movie wheel of misfortune to find out what next week's movie is. But I'll give this opportunity to give you boys the floor and plug anything that you want to let the listeners know about.
We didn't get to plug because I obviously crashed out heavy last week on my mic. I apologise for that we got cut off during such a great film. I really did enjoy that. I would like to give a shout out to this again because we didn't get to hear it last year. Just keep checking out this podcast. I love this. This is bringing us fun. And fun is fun, except for when ghosts are involved. So, yeah, keep checking out Wimplash. We are the Wimp. Well, I am the Wimp. You are not a Wimp. Are you a Wimp?
I am for other things. Like, there is a film I want to put on the list that is based off one of my biggest fears. And I think that will be a good thing because the film terrified the fuck out of me, but it may just have no effect on you. So I am a Wimp just for other reasons.
I can't wait till you guys have to watch Problem Child 2.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Why not? Go on, Grizz.
I'm going to promote my stream. I am Mr. Grizzly on Twitch. Stream every Tuesday. At the moment, I'm playing through Suikoden 2, one of my favourite games. Very obscure. I love it. And we've also just restarted Wife Wednesday, where I'm forcing my wife to play Divinity Original Sin with me. So that is a great time, watching her trying to learn the ropes and just me wandering about making stupid noises at her. It's a fun time. Come join me.
That's what they do when they go shopping.
I was going to say, that just sounds like your relationship.
It's my marriage. It really is my marriage. I love it. I love it.
You're trying to figure out things and you trying to make jokes like that culinary shit.
Try, succeed.
That was the most James Corden you've ever sounded.
Fuck you. Hate it.
My plugs, I'm going to plug Willy Webborn for that absolute fucking nuclear blast
Don't you
Grizzly's ego.
Yeah. I don't get them that often.
If, however, you would like to know more about anything I'm involved in, if you like psychedelic heavy metal music, stoner rock, and the like, check out my bands Pariah and Pale Bastard. If you like it a bit more punky and a bit more spacey, check out The Bad Electric. Check out Dividers if you've got Bandcamp and you like punk from fucking 20 years ago that was really badly recorded.
Brilliant tracks.
Spirit Dividers.
Brilliant tracks.
I don't know. I've got creative ADHD and I have to keep myself busy, otherwise I cry. So, Mr. Gribbles himself, are you ready to spin the mighty movie Wheel of Misfortune so we can let William Webber know which film he's going to go into blind next week?
The next film we're going to be watching is... Talk to Me.
Oh, yes. It's a Zach pick.
Yes.
I already, just the title of this, I think I know where it's going, and I don't want it.
No, you don't. You really don't know.
Oh, brother, you are fucked.
Oh, I'm looking forward to watching this again.
I can't wait to talk to you about Talk to Me. Well, what a wonderful time that was, as ever. Gentlemen, thank you ever so much. This is the highlight of my week. I really enjoyed doing this with you. Thank you to everyone listening. Any final thoughts?
It was a telecoms project.